Well, I hope everyone's doing well. As you know, I've been wanting to get this GCI Turf Academy fired up and going. And after the last video I put out, I kind of got some mixed reviews based on the comments. And one cool thing about me is I learn by listening. So I took the comments very seriously and went over them multiple times and kind of went back to the drawing board and put together a plan I think will be better, that more people will get involved with, and frankly I think will be more successful. So this will probably be the final draft on this, just because we're getting close to needing to get started, and you'll have to get some products ordered and get prepared to start working on your yard for the springtime. So here we go. The GCI Turf Academy model for tall fescue growers. Remember, this is not a warm season program, although you may can use some of the things in here for warm season. The fertilizer and adjuvant being, or maybe the sprayer being about the only ones I can think of off the top of my head. Possibly the pre-emergent, but for the main part, it's going to be for tall fescue turf. It would also work on some other cool season grasses, but I'm going to go and let you know in this academy, I'm not going to reference any other grasses. This is all about tall fescue. So if you're not a tall fescue yard, you would be taking a little bit of a chance in purchasing the membership and digging in, but you can use that at your discretion. The membership went from $147 a year to $49 a year. I believe we can reach more people like that, and obviously it's cheaper, and so more people will pay for it. So that's my thinking process on that. Once you pay for the membership, your membership will include, obviously you'll get access to the GCI Turf Academy website. On that website, there will basically be three things you can purchase. The products, which, the things like the fertilizer and pre-emergent and sprayer nozzle assembly, the adjuvant, anything we're selling on there, you're able to buy it. We're also going to have videos that are available for purchase, and we're going to have apparel on the website as well. Once you purchase the $49 membership, you have access to the website. You will also get a spreadsheet via email. It would detail out the year's program with what to buy and when to buy it. This will be emailed to you once you pay for the membership. And that spreadsheet's basically going to say you do this time of the year, you do this time of the year, and so on. That way you'll know what's coming up and you'll know when to purchase it, so you'll have it before it's time to do it. You'll also receive a thank you email along with a welcome video showing you how to navigate the website. That'll kind of be like what we're doing right now, a screenshot type, and I'll take you through the website and show you some different things in there. Once you get into the website, once you're a member of GCI Turf Academy by paying the $49, whether you're a pro or a DIY guy, either one. That was one of the comments. We had some guys I thought was a little upset because it wasn't geared toward the pro guys, and I've learned a lot in 15 years, a tremendous amount of knowledge, and it doesn't make sense for me to keep that from anyone. So I want to help you guys out too, because man, I was in your shoes. I was mowing grass, trying to get a fertilizer thing going, heck, just trying to get the mowing part going. And I've learned a lot about what to do and what not to do and how to do it, and how to be profitable along the way. So that's why we added the pro section in on this as well. So once you're a member, you can come into the website, and that website will have recommended products for your yard, like the pre-emergent, post-emergent. We're going to teach DIY guys how to actually spray your yard like a pro and spray it efficiently and quickly, so it doesn't take up all of your day to do it. The fertilizer will be in there. All the things on the previous video. Once you purchase a product, once you buy a product, you automatically receive an email video telling you about the product, how to use it, and when to use it, along with how much to use of it. So this is one of the difference where, we were trying, I don't know if I was greedy or what, but we were trying to sell a product, then you have to buy a video with it. Well, you purchase a product, you automatically get the video pertaining to that product. That just makes more sense to me, so that's where we're going to do it. The second thing is apparel. A lot of these products in the video, all of these products in the video, none have changed since day one. What I mean by that is a lot of the products have free shipping. All of the apparel, the price of the shipping is built into the purchase. Surfactant built into the purchase. Pretty much everything is built into the purchase except the fertilizer. It's still just like it was before. You will still have to pay for the shipping on the fertilizer. The reason the cost for a membership fee is we are still going to use a private website company, the website company that maintains our company website for GCI Turf Services, and we have to pay for that website. It's not free, so the membership will go to help cover those costs. The only reason we even did this is I've had so many people comment, email, and text wanting hats and shirts and a hoodie and a beanie, and so we've got them. They are GCI Turf Academy wear and GCI Turf Services wear. Now, in order for me to have every single last item on here in both services and academy, that would mean I'd have to spend a buttload of money to get all that in stock. So on the website, you will see what is available. I have a pretty good supply of this stuff, but it's not, what I mean by that is you can buy a small shirt with the services logo, but I may not have an academy logo shirt in small. It just depends on what I've got, and I'm going to kind of play that by ear to see which ones sell the best, and then I'll stock better items. This won't be on the eBay store. We're not going to have an eBay store. It's all filtered through this one website that you have to pay the membership to get into. Next, the DIY guys. Here you go. Now I'm going to set up the situation here. I'm going to read this first. This section is for the person who may already have products but want to know specific timing and rates. You can purchase any video tutorial you want to. At the end of each video purchase, you'll have the option to purchase the product that video is speaking about. Videos will be priced differently depending on the subject or product and the length of video or proprietary secrets, meaning things that GCI does that I doubt other people do. The video cost will average between $10 and $40. So basically, let me set the situation up here. Let's say you don't need any pre-emergent. You don't need any pro-diamine or whatever. You already have that. Well, it doesn't make sense for you to buy the product when you already have it. Because if you're a DIY guy and you're dialed into your yard, you know that 5-pound jug of pro-diamine goes a pretty long way. So you may not want to pay another $65 or $70, but Now you can go in and purchase the video alone that tells you about that pre-emergent. So that was one of the changes we made. So you could purchase the video telling about the product, and you don't have to purchase the product. So this way you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. I'll leave that totally up to you. All right, so the next one we're back up here. This was one of the differences. You know, we were trying to sell before we were trying to sell a product and sell a video. And then, you know, some folks were saying, well, I may not want to do the whole program. They want to pick and choose. And that, I get it. You know, the DIY guys are dialed into the yard, and they may not want to just take on Pete's lawn care program and roll with it. They may want to use bits and pieces of it. So this will allow you to do that. Now, at the end of these videos, let's say you buy a video and you get into it and you're like, oh, snap, that's not the same pre-emergent I have. Or that's not the same, you know, whatever I have. You will also have the option to purchase that product at the end of the video, but that will be an option. After you buy the video, you can or you would or would not purchase the product. That would be totally and completely up to you. Now, in this DIY video, I'll go ahead and tell you, there will be no videos on fertilizer, because it's a very simple reason. The fertilizer that we are selling, it's one fertilizer, one brand of fertilizer that is drop shipped out of Ohio. If I took the time to make videos on every single fertilizer in the country, well, I'd be making videos 24/7. So I don't want anyone to come into this thinking, oh yeah, I can go in here and buy a video on how to fertilize fescue. Well, that's not going to be in there. If you go back up here to the products, if you purchase our fertilizer that we're selling, you'll get the video that tells you how to use that fertilizer. And again, you've heard me rant and rave about it. I've been using it on my yard for 3 years now. I do not believe there's anything on the market that compares to it. It's not even in the same league with things you buy at Lowe's and the big box stores and even places like Site One. It's just light years above that. So the only fertilization offered in this membership will be the fertilizer we sell. We will not go into detail on any other fertilizer other than that. So I wanted to make that very clear moving forward. So the last thing is what we added in for the pro guys, and this section is for the lawn care professional who wants to expand their business and get into fertilizer and weed control. It's intended to help lawn care companies learn the ins and outs of a solid lawn care program, equipment, pricing, and products, and so forth. So let's say you're a mow blow type company and you are looking to expand your business and wanting to get into more of the fertilizer application, the sprayers, equipment that you would use to do this, the products you would use to do this. This is going to be for you. Now the pro guys, you can come back up here, and if you can also purchase any of this stuff. The DIY video, the apparel, the recommended products, you can get any of that. Once you pay for the membership, everything here is included. You can buy anything you want to, but we'll have it broken out on the website for pro and DIY so you don't get confused. So the pro, some of the examples of the videos that'll be on here is specific nitrogen and other nutrient rates, you know, at specific times of the year. That's going to be on that'll be a video you can purchase. The spray equipment with custom builds and instructions and parts list to create efficiency. And what that is, you know, I've put together some pretty cool things to create efficiency, meaning, you know, time equals money in this business. No matter how you look at it, time equals money. And you want to do things as fast as you can do them without sacrificing quality. Well, I've created some pieces of equipment that helps me do that, especially when you're talking about the mixing process. So, you know, one video may have this certain mixer that I actually put together myself, and if you were to buy that, I would show you how it goes together, what makes it so fast, and you would also get like a parts list with that, where to buy the parts at, instructions, you know, the whole 9 yards. That way you don't have to guess. It takes all the guesswork out of everything. You purchase the video, you see this is what it is, and then it's up to you whether you want to go buy the piece of equipment or buy the parts to put this thing together or whatever. Here was a big one right here. It took me years and years to perfect this. How to price fertilizer and weed control applications for a profit. I have a very specific formula I use for this, and it works. It works for me. I don't see why in the world it wouldn't work for you. This is I would call this one of my proprietary things. You know, you would learn how to price a job as far as fertilizer and weed control goes, or how to price a program, which comes into the next one here. How to create a lawn care program. You know, some folks just go out and say, well, let's just throw some fertilizer out and charge them this. Well, so much more to it than that when we're doing with tall fescue. There will be a video in here to show you how to create your own lawn care program. How to create a price sheet for super fast quotes. You know, once you price out, once you learn how to create a lawn care program and how to price fertilizer and weed control, you'll want to be able to go to a house, measure the property, and give them a quote on the spot. We do that. I cannot tell you how many times we do that. 99% of the time, we try to close the sale right there on the spot. And you can't keep all these numbers in your head. If you're like me, you can't retain all this stuff in your head. You have to have things on paper. You have to have things on your phone saved. So this next one, right? This one would show you how to do that. And this was one of the things we weren't going to do, but we will now, since we've added the Pro block in here. Is this natural surfactant we have? We're going to offer it in bulk. So right now we only have it in pint jugs for the DIY guy, but we will offer that in bulk. Of course, I'm coming up with more videos in my mind, and every time I do, I'm taking note of it. So, you know, the sky's the limit. Year after year, I'm going to keep adding more videos and so forth. The videos here will be priced, I'm guessing, between $50 and, I don't know. Some of this stuff I'm really going to think out, because some of the information that you'll be purchasing there's a lot of pain and suffering behind it. There's a lot of knowledge behind it. There's a lot of failure and success behind it. You're paying for 15 years of knowledge that might take you 15 years to get to, meaning if you did it on your own. But I'm going to sell you the knowledge so that you can jump past that 15 years and get things rolling. So the reason I have those question marks there is I don't know. Some of these videos with some of my hard-fought battles, they may end up costing you up to $300, $400, $500. I don't know. It just depends on the video I'm making and the information I'm putting out there. So I'm hoping you can understand that. That's some of this stuff no one on the planet knows except myself. And I'm going to be putting it out there for the world to see. So it's going to cost. That's just the bottom line. And last but not least, this is one of the changes I made. Originally, we were going to do a phone call into emails. Well, I just totally completely wiped that off the board. And now we're going to offer what's called a coaching phone call. This would be for anyone who's inside the membership. This section is for both DIY and lawn care professionals. And it's going to be a 15-minute call, and it's going to cost $25. And we will chat about the Tar Heels. We will talk about your kids. We will talk about your yard. We'll talk about fertilizer, whatever you want to talk about. It'll be $25, and it'll be a 15-minute call, not a 15.5-minute call. I'm hoping this goes well like this. I'm not sure if I'll be overwhelmed with phone calls or not, but again, it goes back to time is money. The majority of these phone calls will be handled during working hours, and I'm on the clock during working hours, so I expect a compensation for that. So I'm sure that you understand that. And matter of fact, this was actually one of the most requested things via email, was to charge for a phone call, and it just made sense to me. So that way, I don't get overwhelmed with calls. And if you spend $25 for 15 minutes of my time, you're probably going to be dialed into me, and you're going to listen, and you're going to be more ready to absorb whatever it is I'm telling you that you want to know. So I hope this helps. I hope these changes are great for everyone. And like I said, it's probably going to be the final draft. We'll take this thing and run with it for about a year, and then we'll check it out at the end of the year and see what needs to be changed and what doesn't need to be changed, and what does well and what doesn't do well, and we'll go from there. But we're looking about the second week in January to launch the website, and of course I'll do a little video on that and let open the floodgates, and we will see what happens. So today is December 31st, 2017. I hope you guys have a very blessed new year, a blessed 2018 season, and we look forward to this academy, and can't wait to jump in and see what happens. Thank you, guys.